Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. Hello, my fellow Muppeteers and all you lovely people in the UK. This is a rare for me. A rarity. I don't know. I still can't talk. I've been doing reaction videos all day. But I'm bumping this one up. I have reaction videos scheduled probably for the next 6 weeks. But I'm bumping this one up because it pertains to something that's going on relatively soon in the UK. You guys are having elections. And I believe a lot of you guys who follow my channel or who are subscribed to my Patreon are getting excited or worked up about it because I've gotten a lot of requests just today. I'm recording this one on July 1st, but I just today, I'm getting so many requests to do the reaction to the latest Jonathan Pie rant that he's done. So I wasn't aware, but and some of these have been in the Patreon post where I'm having a Trader's Day little contest drawing, if you will. So for those of you on Patreon, you might want to check that out. But I saw a couple comments in there, and I've gotten requests in my DMs to react to Jonathan Pie today. So this came out about 3 hours ago, and you guys are saying it's brilliant. And it's called 2024 Election Specials. Number 4, The Conservatives. So I can only imagine how bad this is going to be. And it isn't bad, I mean gold. A golden rant. As you guys know, I hate politics. I hate getting into it. But I guess the reason I'm doing it is, 1, because of the request you guys made today. And 2, I feel like I should learn a little bit in a funny way about the problems that you guys are having in the UK. Because it's no much better in the States, from my point of view. I just watched the other couple days ago the presidential debate between, the madman and the corpse, and it was just horrific. And Queen Boomer literally looked at me and said, "Do you want to move to Greece? Because I've had it with this country." Like, that's how bad it is here. Those are the choices we have, apparently. It's just fucking awful. I'm gonna do a write-in vote this year. I can't stand either one of these guys. So I feel your pain, I guess, a little bit, but I need to learn more about the pain that you guys are having over there, according to Jonathan Pie. So this should be an epic rant. I can't wait. And remember, I hate politics. One of the things I don't like seeing is when, and it does happen. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen from time to time. I have followers from the UK from all ends of the political spectrum, and sometimes it gets a little nasty when you guys get into political arguments. And I get it, but I don't like seeing it. So let's just sit back and watch a funny rant from Jonathan Pie, and hopefully it goes over well. And I learned something. And good luck to you guys on the 4th of July, which is your elections. Kind of ironic because it's our Independence Day. But like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. Sorry for the long intro. And let's watch Mr. Pie. I love this guy. I'd said it before. I wish he was here in the States commenting on our shit. And sometimes he does, but it's rare. But anyway, let's react. Here we go.
As we look back at the last 14 years of Conservative rule.
14 years.
As we look back at this gaggle of obdurate, arrogant, stubborn, unrepentant, heartless, self-serving bunch of arseholes who have spent the last 14 years trying to keep their useless, megalomaniacal political party together while sleepwalking the country into a kitchen blender. 14 years, 5 prime ministers, 7 chancellors, 8 foreign secretaries, 13 culture secretaries, one of whom was Nadine Dorries.
That's a lot.
A woman so stupid she thinks Channel 4 is a brand of perfume. 8 home secretaries, including grinning exorcist doll Priti Patel, Sajid Javid, James Hilarious, Ray Jokes Cleverly, and far-right pin-up Suella Braverman. Twice! A woman who says multiculturalism has failed, even though her, Patel, Javid, Cleverly, Sunak, Kwarteng, Zahawi, Badenoch are proof that even if you do have brown skin, you too can become a vicious, festering, regressive, lying, greedy, nasty, eye-wateringly wealthy, but morally bankrupt. No fewer than 16.
I wasn't expecting to drop a C-bomb. Holy hell. Oh my god. You go off, sir. You go off. I love this dude. Oh man. That's true. If you have brown skin, that doesn't mean you're not an asshole. Anybody can be an asshole. Especially if you're into politics. And it's a guarantee if you're an elected politician. Just my opinion, you know. Anyway.
You too can become a vicious, festering, regressive, lying, greedy, nasty, eye-wateringly wealthy, but morally bankrupt. No fewer than 16 housing ministers, which explains why the UK is the most difficult place to find a home in the developed world. In 2000, a home cost 4 times the average salary. Now it costs 8 times the average salary, and workers are 11 grand worse off a year after 15 years of almost completely unprecedented wage stagnation.
That's crazy. We are currently looking for a place to live, and the prices are astronomical here. So it sounds like they're worse in the UK, which, you know, for first time home buyers over there, that's awful. I feel for you, man. It sounds like you're having a tougher time than I am right now. It's wild, the prices here. In Florida, they're high too. If I went to like South Carolina or Texas or like Tennessee or something, you know, it's weird that most of the southern states are the cheap places to live now. But I could get so much more house for my dollar. But it's tough in Florida, man. It's wild. But it's place. I still have it better than people in places like New York or California. Like, I can't imagine. Like, in California, it's like $1 million just to live in, like, you know, basically like a 3-room box, pretty much. So it sounds like that's kind of what's going on over there. And I'm sorry to hear that, if that's true. That's it really pisses you off, you know? But anyway, back to the humor.
We've gone from 29 billionaires to 177 billionaires, whilst the working classes endured crippling austerity. The highest taxes in 70 years, lowest corporate taxes in 50 years. The rich are richer and the poor are much poorer, and your average high street is boarded up. We've endured David Cameron's hubris, Theresa May's chaos, Boris Johnson's lies, and Liz Truss throwing £30 billion of your money down the shitter. 100 billion in lost trade due to Brexit, 40 billion in lost tax revenues due to Brexit, whilst our farmers and our fishermen were sold down the river. The worst trade deficit since records began, and our national debt is now at 3 trillion. Average student debt has gone from 5k to 50k. Homelessness has doubled. Child poverty has tripled.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Records began, and our national debt is now at 3 trillion. Average student debt has gone from 5k to 50k. Homelessness has doubled. Child poverty has tripled. An energy crisis that has little to do with the war in Ukraine and more to do with unfettered capitalism and unbridled greed.
It sounds like we got similar problems, man. This all sounds familiar.
Highest energy bills in Europe, with 6.7 million people currently living in fuel poverty. The party of law and order have overseen record backlogs in the Crown Court, delays of 5 years for rape cases, with rapists being spared jail because the prisons are full. Chronic shortages of judges on top of a narrative that says they're all enemies of the people. They sold off 600 police stations. They cut police numbers by 21,000, then increased police numbers by 20,000. Which is not an increase in police numbers, no matter how many times they tell you it is. Highest train fares in Europe, lowest state pension in Europe, longest waiting lists in NHS history, a nation with rotting teeth and people being hospitalised with malnutrition and scurvy, billions of taxpayers' money wasted on PPE contracts for their rich mates, and they let the bodies pile high and kill tens of thousands of pensioners during the pandemic, and then they lied about it. They cut our armed forces, they closed and sold off our fire stations, they closed, then sold off our libraries, they didn't build those 40 new hospitals, and they forced councils into bankruptcy. They wasted billions on HS2. They voted to allow bankers to have unlimited bonuses. They allowed BP and Shell to steal our oil and gas reserves without paying taxes, whilst Norway, of course, went the other way and has a sovereign wealth fund of over 1.6 trillion. And record amounts of our tammies and turds are being churned into our rivers and oceans by our privatised water companies. Windrush, Grenfell, Partygate, Barnard Castle, 30p Lee, bullying, affairs, groping and rape and tractor porn and Chris Pincher and corruption.
Wait a minute, what did he say?
Rush, Grenfell, Partygate, Barnard Castle, 30p Lee, bullying, affairs, groping and rape and tractor porn and Chris...
What the fuck? Yo, did I hear that right? Did he just say tractor porn? What in the fuck is that? That sounds like some kind of fucking redneck goddamn fucking fuckfest that you'd see on Pornhub. Oh my god. What the fuck is tractor? Say that one more time. I can make sure I hear that right.
Windrush, Grenfell, Partygate, Barnard Castle, 30p Lee, bullying, affairs, groping and rape and tractor porn and Chris Pincher and corruption and dirty deals and racist donors and lies and lies and lies. And yes, the pandemic didn't help and the war in Ukraine hasn't helped, but don't believe them when they tell you that that's the reason that you are poorer this week than you were last week, whilst Rishi Sunak is richer this week than he was last week. Rishi Sunak cut taxes on champagne on the same day he cut funding to rebuild schools, and he wants to bring back national service. What else are they going to bring back? Grandstand? Spam on the national health? Snickers going back to marathon? I look forward to voting these incompetent, hubristic grifters out, and I hope they spend a very long time in the wilderness and have a really good think about what they just did. Well, a trip down memory lane there with some highs and some lows from the last 14 years.
Man, he was mad. But, like, I'll tell you what, like, the first, like, minute of it was hilarious. And then, when it went from, like, a minute to, like, the next 3 minutes of it, it was like I was like, fuck, man, I feel for y'all. You know? Again, he's, like, I feel like the first minute was like, all right, I'll be funny. And then the next 3 minutes, he's like, no, fuck this. These people got to go. Which, you know, look, I don't have a stake in the politics over there. I'm just saying good luck to you. I hope you guys work everything out and you get what you want. And trust me, our politics are no better over here. Fucking, I'm telling you, man. It's, you know, I watched the presidential debate the other day and it was like watching Frankenstein debate a corpse. It was fucking, it made me ashamed that this is the best we can come up with. And it's like, you know, a really fucking nasty political atmosphere where, like, they're literally at each other's throats. Both parties are, and it's never been like this before. So I'm very worried, and it sounds like y'all should be very worried too, but I hope it works out. And honestly, I think it'll work out for you more than it'll work out for us over here. It's just, it's sad to hear this kind of shit. You know, I went into this thinking that it was all just going to be funny, but it's some of it was, but then I was like, man, like, fuck. And the really eerie thing about it was, like, 3/4 of it sounded like a lot of the problems that we have here. And it's just, it's frustrating as, you know, because I don't make a lot of money. You know, people think because, you know, I got 100,000 subscribers now that I'm just raking in cash, and no, that's not the case at all. Like, fucking, yeah, I do better than I did before I started this channel, but, you know, not by a whole lot, really. It's just, you know, it's definitely helped, but still, like, still encountering financial problems that I got to deal with on a day-to-day basis over here. So, don't think that all YouTubers are just millionaires. We're fucking not by a long shot. You got to be, like, fucking way up to, like, millions of subscribers and get hundreds of thousands of views on every video to, like, really fucking kill this shit on YouTube. So, but, man, I just hope everything works out for you guys. This is the most political that I will ever get on this channel, I promise. But people were really requesting that I react to this one. And I appreciate him dropping the C-Bob, but now I gotta go edit it out because YouTube hates it. Clearly he didn't give a shit because he left it in there. But I love this guy. His rants are fucking legendary, and I wish we had a guy like him over here in the States. I've actually, the last time I said that, people were like, you can't have him, Boomer. He's ours. But anyway, hope everything works out for you, because it doesn't look like it's going to work out for us here. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and I'll see you next time, and good luck on the 4th, which will be today when this video drops. So good luck today. All right? Take care, everybody. Stay safe.